Well, welcome to our 8th episode of Cooking in the Community Kitchen, where we create delicious recipes and have flavorful conversation. I'm your host, Judy Anderson, and today we're going to be cooking Lynn's overnight French toast, blueberry French toast. And I hope that you will join me in welcoming my guest, Lynn Mutch, from the Southeast Calgary Community Resource Center. Welcome, Lynn, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Judy, and thank you for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. Lynn, would you like to tell our viewers a little bit about how the Resource Center actually started? A little bit of history there?
Absolutely. So the Resource Center actually started 21 years ago as a volunteer organization.
Oh, okay.
Within the Milligan-Ogden Community Resource Center, and as it grew and got more funding, then it started to expand to other communities in the Southeast.
Okay.
Yeah, and thanks to the innovation of some volunteers who went out and got that funding so we could do that.
Fantastic. And
Yeah.
so could you just tell me to really your resource center, how far, like the demographics of people that you serve, please?
Right, and so it really depends upon the program. So for some of our funding, it covers Ogden, Linwood, and then 47 communities south, east. For our, Shirley's program, or career and employment, we actually serve anyone in Calgary who wants to come for that free service.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And so that is updating or putting together resumes or updating resumes as well?
Right, interview skills. So lots of folks who, especially during this time, who had worked at a job for 22 years and then got laid off, haven't had a job interview for a long time.
Okay.
So we do a lot of work with, just emulating an interview so folks can get that practice. And then just helping people do job applications, because that's the other thing for lots of folks, especially during this time. It's a new job. It's a brand new world, right? Because everything is done on the computer now.
Exactly.
Right? And a lot of the folks that came to us had little or no computer skills at all. So we were very, very busy, and actually managed to help 127 people get full-time jobs in this economy.
Wow.
So and kudos to Shirley.
Oh, exactly. Well, Shirley is incredible as well. Yeah. She totally is. And then tell us about the other programs that you offer as well, please.
Right. So we have another program called Community Connections, and we help people that come to find housing with lots of emergency food, particularly in this time, navigation benefits, so folks that need seniors that haven't got their benefits yet, or CERB, or those kinds of things. We have a counseling on site, which is very well used as well, because a lot of folks experiencing mental health issues at this time. We have a large clothing, small appliance room in our basement, and we actually had 2,700 people, 2,700 visits to that room last year, even with COVID, even though we restricted to 3 at a time. And then we have a wonderful after-school program with a wonderful young man named Ram, who, so we have 14 kids in that program.
Oh, but this closet is just amazing in their basement, because there's children's clothing, men's, women, and are people restricted as to how much clothing they can take, or is it just like one outfit, or how do you work that through?
So normally it's 2 bags, so like 2 kitchen catcher bags.
Wow.
But if they come to us and they have a large family, or they're helping out a family, we're totally relaxed about that, right? And we trust what they say, and so we're open to them taking as much as they need. Yeah. What's really cool about it is it's totally run by volunteers.
Right.
So, and we're open every day from 9 to 11 and 1 to 3, and totally managed by volunteers.
Wow. And how do you feel that your team also just coped with the pandemic?
I think we did okay. We managed to stay open with restrictions except for 2 months.
Okay.
So then we did a lot of telephone and online work.
Yes.
But we were able to open June 22nd. So we did okay. I mean, lots more sad stories, you know, and tragedy that we weren't accustomed to, coming from a whole different demographic that we don't work with.
Right.
But we did a lot of self-care,
Okay.
and took some time during the week to make sure all the staff did that. So yeah, so we got through it.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, while helping a lot of people.
I know.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the key, is finding that balance between our own self-care and then still being able to have the energy to serve all the people that we do want to look after.
Yeah.
I would just be also interested, Lynn, if you want to tell us a little bit about what is your philosophy, of helping those in need?
Right. And so it's really not very scientific or necessarily even data driven, but we really believe in the power of kindness.
Yes.
And so that everyone that walks through our door feels that kindness, feels the dignity and respect that we have for all people.
Oh, wow.
And we find it very powerful.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's not only an open door, but it's holding that door open for folks to come back again. Because we believe that not only are we the face of our organization, but we're the face of lots of social agencies, right?
Yes.
So if people are going to ask for help, that it must be done with kindness and dignity. And I think we've been very successful at it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not any big scientific research project we did or whatever, but it's just humanness.
But it's so much heart, so much heart
absolutely.
in that. Oh, that's incredible. And as you see things open up here, are you seeing that a lot more people then are coming? Maybe they're feeling a little bit more comfortable about coming for your services?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
And we still have all the restrictions in place, mask wearing, sanitizing, 2 at a time upstairs in the lab, 3 downstairs. They need our services.
That's right.
Right, and so as safe as we can make it,
Yeah.
and as welcoming as we can make it, it's better for people.
Yes.
It's a whole new, to some degree, a whole new demographic that's coming. You know, we always serve folks that were on limited income or government assistance. We're seeing now folks that are coming it's probably the first time in a generation that they've had to come and ask for food.
Exactly.
It's very difficult for them.
Very.
Lots of shame attached to that. And so, yeah, so it's even more important.
Well, and we so love that you have become a Good Food Box Depot as well. And I love the fact that with the Good Food Box program, there isn't a means test. So that again, one more time when these people are at their low time in their life, they aren't humbled by having to prove their income or lack of income or just that history, right? It's there for them to be able to enjoy.
Our clients love the Good Food Box.
Oh, perfect. That's what we'd like to hear.
You know what, and it is about cost, but it's about variety, it's about accessibility, it's about this box I can take into my kitchen and it has everything I need in it, you know, and so we've had so much positive response to it, and I'm so happy that we can do it more than once a month, and I'm hoping that we can find volunteers to meet the needs of those folks that want a Good Food Box, but they don't have a car to drive to get it. Okay. So, yeah.
Well, if you don't mind also, Lynn, just sharing maybe your website or a little bit of contact information, we'll put that out there to our viewers. And hopefully somebody will just think, wow, I have a little extra time and I would love to deliver some Good Food Boxes, get to know people in a different area, and then to be able to just serve and bless them in that way. And so please do share the website with us.
Our website is www.secalgarycrc.ca, and that's the same as our Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Or they can always phone?
Yes, at 403-720-3322. Thank you.
Well, you'll love it. There's an amazing young gal called Heather that answers the phone, and I know that she will just make you feel that warm and love coming right through the phone as she answers the phone and tries to meet your needs.
Absolutely.
So we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for coming and being our guest, for sharing your desire to serve the people in your community, and again for being a Good Food Box Depot coordinator as well.
You're very welcome.
Very, very
much.
It's
been an honor.
All the best.
Thank you.